Okay, screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good afternoon to all of you. My voice is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What we have discussed in previous lecture? Can anyone tell what we have discussed in previous lecture? Please, anyone, please. Electric vehicle charger we have discussed in previous lecture. Is it right? Anyone? Hello. Say yes or no, please.
Yes,
All of you there in online?
yes, sir.
Okay. Last lecture we have discussed about electric vehicle charger. Is it? Okay. What is charger? What are the types of chargers? What are the types of chargers? Onboard chargers and offboard charger. Clear? We have seen the block diagram of the onboard charger and offboard charger. We have seen the AC and DC charging structure, block diagram of the charging. Clear? Next, charging station level. Okay, level of charging, level 1 charging, level 2 charging. Clear? That is depends upon the voltage ratings. And level 3 charging and so on, etc. These are the some charging stations which are going to develop across India. Clear? Like solar, like charging infrastructure. Okay, and nearby highways, at homes. Okay, like transformer operating principle based on the charging station can develop based on the wind turbine. Okay, we have seen the definition of charging time, battery capacity. Clear? AC/DC conversion, safety, and battery swap. Okay, now today we will see the vehicle power plant and transmission characteristics. Vehicle power plant and transmission characteristics. Okay, uh, power plant characteristics. For a vehicle applications, the ideal performance characteristic of power plant is the constant power output overall the full speed range. Yeah, so already everybody knows when the vehicle is when the vehicle is moving. Okay, when the vehicle is running with a high speed, So obviously the power will be constant. Is it clear? The power will be constant. Okay, consequently the torque varies with the speed, hyperbolically as shown in the figure. At low speeds, the torque is constrained to be constant. Okay, so as not to be over the maximum limited by the adhesion between the tire and ground contact area. So I will see the some diagrams. The students still are going to joining. Okay, see here. Oh, what is tractive effort? Can anybody say what is meant by tractive effort? I think you are very well known about the tractive effort. Tractive effort is nothing but. Do you know that tractive effort means? Anybody? Yes or no? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
No one is giving the response. Okay, what is tractive effort? Tractive effort is nothing but it is the force at the rims of the or at the outer edges of the driving wheels of the moving vehicles. Means what we can say tractive effect is nothing but the adhesive between the surface of the road and tire. Okay, surface of the road and tire. See here, for example, this is the road. Okay, this is the road. The vehicle is moving like this. Okay, the vehicle is moving. This is the wheel. Is it clear? The
Yes, sir.
contact area between the tire of the vehicle and the surface of the road is called as the tractive effort. Okay, this is the adhesive means जो टायर और रोड के बीच में जो अट्रैक्शन रहता है चिपकता है क्लियर उसको बोलते हैं अपन ट्रैक्टिव एफर्ट clear so this tractive effort is depends upon the vehicle speed position this the tractive effort is depends upon the vehicle speed depends upon the vehicle speed it is clear this will be varied if the speed is varied okay this is the means the adhesive between the surface of the road and the contact area between the tire of the vehicle and the surface of the road is called as the tractive effort is called as the tractive effort and this tractive effort is very varies depends upon the speed of the vehicle okay speed of the vehicle if the speed is increased if the speed of the vehicle is increased clear the tractive effort is going to be decreased the tractive effort is going to be decreased if the speed will decrease the tractive effort will be increased this is the inversely proportional did you get the point are you understand
Repeat this line.
hello
Hello, sir. Repeat this line. Please note.
can I repeat it
Yes, sir.
okay tractive effort is nothing but the adhesive between the contact area of the tire and the surface of the road okay the contact between the contact between the tire of the vehicle and the road surface okay, this is called as the tractive effort. Means when the vehicle is moving on the road, okay, the tire is contact with the road surface of the road. Is it clear? The tire is contact with the surface of the road. Okay, there is a adhesive between this tire and road surface. There is a adhesive means chipakta hai wo. Clear? So that adhesive can be called as the tractive effort. That adhesive can be called as a tractive effort. Okay, so for example, अगर आपने टू व्हीलर गाड़ी चला रहा है, तो इनिशियली वी आर स्टार्टिंग विद द फर्स्ट गियर. Initially, we are starting with the first gear. Is it clear? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir.
We are driving the two-wheeler, and initially we are starting with the first gear, IC
Yes.
engine. Clear? So when we are driving in first gear, so there is a the adhesive between the tire and between the tire and surface of the road is very high. So आप ऑब्जर्व किए होंगे शायद, फर्स्ट गियर में व्हीकल फ्रीली मूव होता है क्या रोड पे? फर्स्ट गियर में व्हीकल फ्रीली मूव होता है क्या रोड पे?
No, sir.
नो, क्योंकि वहां पे एडहेसिव ज्यादा रहता फर्स्ट गियर में. तो जैसे अपन सेकंड गियर चेंज करते हैं, तो थोड़ा सा उसको जो एडहेसिव रहता है टायर का और रोड के बीच में, तो वो थोड़ा सा कम हो जाता है. तो
No,
मीन्स द व्हीकल will freely run when the vehicle is running in the second gear. Okay, like the same way, when we are shifting the gear from second gear to third gear. Okay, when we are changing the gear from second to third gear. Clear? So again, the speed is increasing, and the adhesive between the tire and road surface will be decreases. The adhesive between the tire and road surface will be decreases. And again, when we are changing the fourth gear, the speed will be decreases. The speed will be increases. Clear? And the adhesive between the tire and road surface again will be decreases. I think now you got the concept. What is tractive effort? Anyone, please?
Yes, sir.
बेस्ट एग्जांपल अपन टू व्हीलर भी है.
Yes, sir.
फर्स्ट गियर में है, व्हीकल फ्रीली मूव नहीं होता है. सेकंड गियर में थोड़ा सा फ्रीली मूव होता है. थर्ड गियर में थोड़ा सा फ्रीली मूव होता है. क्लियर? एंड फोर्थ गियर में तो स्पीड इज इंक्रीजेस, and the vehicle the adhesive between the tire of the vehicle and surface of the road will be decreases, and the speed will be increases. Okay, that is the concept of the tractive effort. Is it clear? So
Yes,
why
sir.
we are going to discuss this? Why we are going to discuss this tractive effort here? So while we are going to design the vehicle, so we have to remember this point also, tractive effort. Okay, we have to remember the tractive effort also. So how much tractive effort will be there between the tire of the vehicle and road surface of the road? Okay, accordingly, because if the tractive effort is very high, so it will require high torque. Okay, it requires very high torque. So that much of torque will be fulfilled by the motor or IC engine. Okay, for example, 200 newton meters is required torque. So that much of torque is fulfilled by the IC engine or vehicle motor. So accordingly, we have to select the motors. That's why we have to remember the tractive effort also. Clear? So while designing the electric vehicle or mechanic IC vehicles, we have to remember the tractive effort. What will be the tractive effort between the tire of the vehicle as well as surface of the road? See the diagram here. Okay, and when the vehicle is running in the first gear, the tractive effort is very high. And the speed is low. the speed is low. Okay, when we are changing the second gear, the tractive effort will be decreases. The tractive effort will be decreases. Clear? And the speed is going to be increases. So like this same way we are changing the third gear. We are changing the gear from second to third. The tractive effort again going to be decreases and the speed will be increases. Okay, and again when we are going to change the gear from third to fourth, the tractive effort will be decreases. Okay, tractive effort will be decreases and it become a constant and approximate. And the speed increases linearly. The speed will be increases. Is it clear? Is it clear, all of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I think you got the meaning of tractive effort. Okay, I think you got the meaning of tractive effort. Next. This is the IC vehicle. IC vehicle tractive effort. Okay, IC vehicle is designed by the gear system, multi-gear means first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and so on, etc. Okay, the tractive effort is also varies depends upon the gears. Clear? So, but in the case of electric vehicle, mostly we are designing the no gearing system. No gearing system. Clear? So just by increasing the accelerator खींचेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? एक्सेलेटर खींचेंगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? ऑटोमेटिकली द स्पीड इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. स्पीड इंक्रीज होता है. So but in the case of the tractive effort graph will be changes for the electric vehicles. For the electric vehicles. So this see here, the tractive effort is very high in first gear, somewhat low in second gear, somewhat decrease in third gear, somewhat decrease in the fourth gear. But in the case of electric vehicles, okay, we are using the electrical motor. Okay, we are using the electrical motor. So the tractive effort is constant for a some up to some speed, up to the vehicle reaching some speed, and after that it will be decreases. After that it will be decreases gradually. Okay, it will be decreased linearly like this. Okay, so why? Because why it is constant for a some up to some point and after that it will decrease linearly because it is depends upon the characteristics of the motor. Okay, it is depends upon this characteristics of the motor. These are the motor characteristics. These are the motor characteristics. These are the power characteristics. These are the power characteristics and these are the torque characteristics. Clear? And here in on x-axis we are taking the motor speed. X-axis we are taking the motor speed, that is in RPM, rotations per minute. Okay, this point is the base speed. This point is the base speed. Okay, for example, 15 RPM is the rated speed. That speed can be called as a base speed. That speed can be considered as a base speed. Okay. Okay, if the speed is in between this point 0 to 1500, that speed can be called as a below base speed. The speed is above 1500 rpm. If the of the motor is above 1500 rpm, then that speed can be called as a above base speed. Above base speed. So here we know the formula. Power P is equal to voltage into current. इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर P इज इक्वल टू वोल्टेज इंटू करंट. मैकेनिकल पावर फार्मूला क्या है? व्हाट इज द फार्मूला फॉर कैलकुलेटिंग द मैकेनिकल पावर? कैन एनीबॉडी से? मैकेनिकल पावर, एनीवन प्लीज? मैकेनिकल पावर, torque into speed, is it right or not? Torque into speed. Hello? Hello? Anyone please?
Yes, sir.
So why you are giving the very late answers? Okay, mechanical power, we know the formula torque into speed. But in the case of electrical power, we know the formula voltage into current. Voltage into current. Clear? Voltage into current. The current is directly proportional to the torque, or the torque is directly proportional to the current. Okay, and the speed is directly proportional to the voltage. The speed is directly proportional to the voltage. If the voltage is increases, the speed is increases. Okay, if the current is increases, the torque is increases. Is it clear? So we know the formula torque, some motor constant into flux into motor current. Okay, flux into armature current. Okay, so means torque is directly proportional to the flux into current armature current. Okay, for example, the motor below base speed. Okay, if you want to operate the motors in this position below base speed, so we have to put the flux is constant, constant, flux constant, and armature constant current is also constant. We have to keep flux is constant and armature current is also constant. So what will happen if the flux is constant and armature current is constant? Then what about the torque? This parameter is constant, flux is constant, and armature current is also constant. Then what about the torque? What about the torque? This is also constant. This is also constant. This is also constant. What about the torque? Is constant or increases or decreases? Anyone, please? Anyone? What about the torque? What about the torque, please? If the flux is constant, if the flux is constant and current is also constant, so the motor parameter is also constant. So then what about the torque? Torque is also constant. Okay, the torque is constant. Okay, for below base speed. Okay, to run the above base speed. So, but here we are increasing the voltage. Okay, here we are increasing the voltage from 0 to rated voltage. Okay, we are increasing the voltage from 0 to rated voltage. So if the voltage is increases, then the power is also increases. Then the power is also increases. That's why the power is increases like this. The power is increases. Clear? Okay, above base speed. To run the above base speed, the voltage is constant and current is also constant. Voltage is constant and current is also constant. Okay, then what will happen? The power is also constant. The power is also constant. The power is also constant. But to run the above base speed, we are going to decrease the field current. We are going to decrease the field current. If the field current is decreases, then the flux is also decreases. Then the flux is also decreases. Is it clear? Because the flux is directly proportional to the field current for the DC motors. Okay, if the flux decreases, automatically the torque is also decreases. Ultimately, the torque is also going to be decreased. That's why, so the torque is going to be decreased when the motor is running above the base speed. And the power will be constant. The power is constant. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So means to run the below speed, the torque is constant and the power is increasing. Okay, to run the above base speed, the power is become a constant because voltage and current is become constant. So the power is also become a constant. Okay, so to run above base speed, so we are going to decrease the field current. If the field current is decreases, the flux is also decreases. If the flux is decreases, the torque is also going to be decreases. So that's why the torque is also going to decrease when the motor is running above the base speed. Is running the above base speed in this region. Okay, this is the reason. This is the reason. This is the reason the tractive effort versus speed, the graph is like this. Okay, initially the tractive effort is constant. Okay, and then after some point, when the motor is reaches the base speed, okay, the tractive effort is gradually decreases. The tractive effort is gradually decreases when the speed is increasing. But in the case of IC vehicles, that is depends upon the gear position. First gear, the tractive effort is very high. Second gear, the tractive effort is somewhat low than the first gear, and somewhat is decreased than the third gear, and somewhat decreased than the third gear in fourth gear system. Means the tractive effort will not be decreased gradually. Okay, this is the one of the main using the electrical the vehicle. This is one of the main advantages of the by using the electrical motor in the vehicle. Means the vehicle smoothly starts and the speed is also increasing very smoothly, and the speed of the vehicle is also decreasing very smoothly. The speed of the vehicle is also decreasing very smoothly. Clear? That's why this is the one of the main advantages by using electrical motor in the electric vehicle. So this is the transmission characteristics of the electric vehicle. Clear? Vehicle power plant and transmission characteristics. Did you get the concept of this one? Or understand this characteristic?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Next. Types of electric vehicles. Types of electric vehicles. So, can anybody tell what are the types of electric vehicles? Can anybody tell, please? Anyone? Roll number 73. Roll number 73. Okay. We have different types of electric vehicles. Okay, are developed continuously, giving the users and potential user choices. Clear? So today, the world is increasingly familiar with the terms BEV, HEV, PHEV, and FCEV. Today, the world, okay, the people are very attractive, are very familiar with the battery operated vehicles, battery electric vehicle, okay, or hybrid electric vehicle, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, and fuel cell electric vehicles. Okay, generally, these are the four types of electric vehicles. Okay, the electric vehicle that is fully or partially propelled by the electric motors. The electric vehicle fully or partially propelled. Propelled means driving. Propelled means driving. Okay, fully driving or partially driving by the electric motors using energy stored in the rechargeable batteries. Clear? So why we are saying fully or partially? Why we are saying fully or partially? So the vehicle is running depends upon the totally by the electrical motor. Okay, maybe the vehicle is running depends upon the motor as well as IC vehicle. Okay, somewhat is electrical motor is propelling the vehicle, and at some times the IC engines are propelling the vehicles. IC engines are driving the vehicles. Clear? For some time, the electrical motors are driving the vehicles. Sometimes the IC engines are driving the vehicles. So that's why electric vehicle is fully propelled by the electrical motor or partially propelled by the electrical motors. Clear? Based on this driving by the motors or IC engines, the electric vehicles have been classified into four types: battery operated electric vehicles, hybrid electric vehicles, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, fuel cell electric vehicles. Clear?
Yes, sir.
These are the These are the four types. Screen is visible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are the types of vehicles? It is very, very important. Please tell.
Battery electric vehicle,
Second one.
plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, fuel cell electric vehicle.
Yes. Okay. These are the four types of electric vehicles. So now we will see what is battery operated electric vehicles, what is plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, what is hybrid electric vehicles, and what is fuel cell electric vehicles. See here. So before going to that point, so how does an electric car or electric vehicle work in general? Already we have explained the block diagram. First point, when we are pressing pedal of the vehicle, then what will happening? पेडल प्रेस की है, जैसे एक्सेलेटर खींचते हैं ना अपन, एक्सेलेटर खींचते हैं ना टू व्हीलर को,
Yes, sir.
ओके लाइक दी सेम वे जैसे फोर व्हीलर पे अपन के पेडल प्रेस करते हैं, ओके देन व्हाट विल हैपनिंग डिपेंड्स अपॉन द हाउ मच you press, how much force is applied on the pedal, okay depends upon the how much you applied the force on the pedal, so the controller will takes an action, okay the controller will act accordingly, so this controller will regulate the electrical energy from the batteries, okay this controller will regulate the electrical energy from the batteries, clear? So this controller is works based on the how much force is applied on the pedal. So accordingly, this controller will regulate the power, will take the energy, electrical energy from the battery, and it will supply to the inverter. It will supply to the inverter converter. Okay, and this converter will supply to power to the motor. Okay, okay. Based on this power, the electrical motor will runs. The electrical motor will runs. Based on the speed of the electrical motor, the vehicle will be operates. Okay, with the controller set, the inverter then sends certain amount of electrical energy to the motor. Okay, with the controller, the help of controller set, the motor then sends a certain amount of energy to the motor. Okay, electrical energy to the motor. So according to the depth of the pressure on the pedal, means how much force we applied on the pedal. So accordingly, the controller will take the power from the battery and it will give the inverter, and this inverter will sends power to the motor. Clear? When the motor is runs, the vehicle is runs. The electrical motor convert the electrical energy into the mechanical energy. Okay. So this electrical motor is taking the power from the batteries and through the inverter, and it will convert some force. Okay, that is the mechanical energy. Okay, when it will develop the force or torque, the vehicle is moves, the vehicle is rotating. Okay, the rotation of the motor rotor rotates the transmission of the, so the wheels turn, then the car moves. So obviously the shaft of the electrical motor, the shaft of the electrical motor is mechanically coupled with the transmission system of the mechanical transmission system of the vehicle. Okay, and the shaft of the electrical motor is runs. When the shaft of the electrical motor is runs, the mechanical transmission system is also rotates. When the mechanical transmission system is rotates, accordingly the vehicle is moves. Okay, accordingly the car or vehicle is moves. Okay, this is the working of the electric car or electric vehicle. Clear? So how we can say battery operated vehicle, how we can say plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, how we can say hybrid electric vehicle, how we can say fuel cell electric vehicles. Okay, look into this diagram. Screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See here, this is the battery operated electric vehicle. First one. This is the battery operated electric vehicle. Why? Because here the vehicle is running only with the electrical motor. The vehicle is running only with the electrical motor. No IC engine is present here. Clear? So to start this electrical motor, we need electrical supply. Okay, this electrical supply we are taking from the battery. We are taking from the battery. Okay, battery is able to is able to generate the electrical energy, and this electrical energy is given to the electrical motor through the power electronic converter. Okay, and this electrical motor is converts from electrical energy into the mechanical energy. According to the vehicle is moves. Clear? So here we are not using any IC engine and we are not using any fuel here. So that's why this type of vehicles is called as a battery operated electric vehicle. Battery operated electric vehicles. So okay, it needs electrical energy for charging the battery. It needs electrical energy for charging the battery. Is it clear? The concept is clear. Battery operated electric vehicle. Concept is clear.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay. Why we are calling battery operated electric vehicle? Because this vehicle is operated through only battery. Only battery. That's why this vehicle is called as a battery operated electric vehicle, BEV. Next, come to the second point. Second one, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Okay, in short, we can call PHEV vehicles. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles, PHEV. So here we are using the electrical motor as well as we are using the IC engine. We are using the electrical motor as well as IC engine. Is it clear? Okay. So for for starting the electrical motor, we need electrical energy, and to start the vehicle, IC engine, we need fuel. So here, to store the electrical energy, we need a battery, and to store the fuel, petrol, or diesel, so we need a fuel tank. We need a fuel tank. So this vehicle is operates both IC engine as well as electrical motors. IC engine as well as electrical motors. So here we are taking the electrical energy through the battery, and for charging this battery, we are taking the external supply charging port. Okay, we are providing the one charging port for charging the battery, and as well as here the fuel tank is there. Fuel tank is there, so we can fill this tank by the fuel with the using the in petrol pumps and so on, etc. Means here the both options are provided in this vehicle for charging the battery as well as for filling the fuel. So both the options are provided. That's why this type of vehicles can be called as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. And this vehicle is running with the both machines, IC engine as well as electrical machines, electrical motors. Clear? Next, hybrid electric vehicles. Purely hybrid electric vehicle. This is the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. This is the only hybrid electric vehicle. So here, in plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, we are using the IC engine. We are using the IC engine as well as electrical motor, as well as electric motor. Same as it is plug-in electric vehicle. But one difference is we are not providing any charging port for the battery here. For charging the battery, we are not providing any charging port. We have not provided any charging port in the hybrid electric vehicle. Okay, so how the battery charge? How the battery charge? So there is no charging port here. So how the battery charging? Can anyone tell? Please, anyone, please. Anyone, please. Hello. Yes, yes, sir. No. If you know it, say yes. Otherwise, say no. You know or don't know, please. Anyone? Can I tell? Can I explain? Explain कर दूं क्या?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Here we are not provided any charging port for charging the battery. So how the battery is charging? So here we are using the one fuel tank. Initially, the vehicle is running with the help of IC engine. Okay, the fuel is supplied with the IC engine. Okay, and this IC engine is runs the vehicle. This IC engine runs the vehicle. So here regenerative braking concept is applied. Regenerative braking concept is applied. Here, whatever the energy is wasted in the form of heat, whatever the energy is wasted in the form of heat, that energy is converted into the electrical energy. That energy is converted into electrical energy. Okay. Okay. In that cases, the electrical motor is operated as a generator. In that cases, the electrical motor is operates as a generator. Okay. So when it will operate as a generator, it will supply the electrical energy. Okay, and this electrical energy is given to the battery. This electrical energy is given to the battery, and the battery is charging. The battery is charging. Means what we are saying here, we are converting the mechanical energy to the electrical energy. Okay, in that cases, the electrical motor is works as a generator. The electrical motor is works as a generator. Clear? So when the motor is operated as a generator, it will generate the electrical energy, and this energy is given to the battery. This energy is given to the battery. This is the bidirectional. This is the bidirectional. Clear? This is the mechanical power will flow from motor to the mechanical transmission system, or mechanical power transfers from mechanical transmission to the electrical motor. Clear?
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this electrical machine is energy from the battery, as well as when it will working as a generator, it will supply the electrical energy to the battery. Clear? That's why we are taking the both arrows. Means there is no charging port here. The battery is not charging externally. The battery is not charging externally. Internally, it is charging. So this is called as the purely hybrid electric vehicle. This is called as the purely hybrid electric vehicle. The concept is clear. What is the difference between the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles and hybrid electric vehicle? Concept is clear.
Yes.
Okay. So then what about the fuel cell electric vehicle? Fuel cell electric vehicle. Here we are using the only electrical motor. Here we are using the only electrical motor. We are not using any IC engine. We are not using any IC engine. So, but here we have not provided any charging port here. So for how the battery charges, no IC engine, no charging port. How the battery is charging? Here we are using the one hydrogen tank. We are using the one hydrogen tank. Clear? We are filling the hydrogen. Okay, from this hydrogen, we are converting this hydrogen to the electrical energy. We are converting this hydrogen to the electrical energy. It is clear? And this electrical energy is given to the battery. This electrical energy is given to the battery, and this battery is charging, and then the motor is taking the energy from the battery. Means what we are doing here, we are taking the hydrogen tank, we are taking the hydrogen, okay, by using some chemical reaction, we are converting this hydrogen to electrical energy, and this energy is given to the battery for charging, and this battery is able to supply the electrical energy to the electrical motor, and this electrical motor is converts from electrical energy into the mechanical energy, and then the vehicle is moves in a particular direction. Is it clear? So here we are not using any external electrical energy, but here we are using the hydrogen. Okay, so how this hydrogen is convert the electrical energy? So I will explain you later. Okay, I will explain you later. The concept is clear?
Yes.
Just wait.